is too dumb for your favorite anime. They understand it. They just didn't like it. Deal with it. Imagine thinking FLCL of all things is some inscrutable masterpiece, lol.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't call FLCL a masterpiece. That's for sure.
It's fun, and
Yeah.
it's like festive for the eyes, and I always watched it when it came on Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't go out there and be like, this is the pinnacle of anime.
Maybe you could say the music is like really good because it's
Yeah.
from a legendary rock band, but welcome to the King of Anime podcast, everybody. This week we are going to be dropping a whole gallon of LSD.
What?
Why a whole gallon?
Who's paying for that?
Mr. Popo.
Well, okay.
Mr. Popo, the Team
All
Four
these
Star
squares
version.
make a circle.
Yeah,
All these
I'm
squares
so
make a
fucking
circle.
high. Hollow.
See, I knew he'd be there, so I referenced it. Hollow.
How you doing, Hollow?
I love it.
Damn, you guys could see the chat faster than me. Okay.
It's okay. You just
Well,
need to catch up. You need to take another shot to catch up.
Light Roller says, "Hola, guys. My cat died 10 years ago. Can I get a shout out?"
Aw.
Satsuki, give him a shout out, dude.
See,
No.
that's horrible. If it really did happen, I apologize, but still, the no shout out rule applies.
Scarlett says, "Hey yo, just passing by. I won't be able to stay, but have a great stream. Thank you, Scarlett. We
No,
appreciate
Scarlet? What
We
the
need you.
it." These guys need you. I, on the other hand, have dropped a whole gallon of LSD. So, or was it acid? I can't remember at this point.
I think it's the same.
So now you understand Sonny Boy.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
I understand it now.
Okay.
So it's great. Anyways, this is the King of Anime podcast, the podcast in which every season we lock in a bunch of seasonal anime. Recently, not so much. Yeah, we assign things a kill or a pass. So for a show to be passed, it takes 2 or more passes. For it to be killed, it means 2 more kills, and this is pretty straightforward. A kill means we don't have to go watch the show anymore. A pass means we drop a gallon of LSD. So, co-hosts, introduce yourselves.
Hello, it is the sober and non-drug using everything animated. Just here to say that don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad, okay?
All these squares make a circle.
All these squares make a circle. I was at a Team 4 Star live event, at Comic-Con, and they got the whole crowd to say all these squares make a circle, and freaking they were like, yes, dance puppets, dance. It was so funny. And then he threw a bunch of candy into the audience. That
And
was
they
great,
didn't
too.
they didn't do Majin Buu.
Yep. Then they just quit at Cell Saga, and they didn't do Majin Buu. Instead, they're doing some hell ones. Like, I
Yeah,
watch
something
them
like
every
that.
once in a while, and I don't know.
Not the same.
Not the same. They're great voice actors. I admire them, and I'm happy for them because they actually have gigs in like shows now, but just not the same.
Not the same. Holographic says review Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
With pleasure.
That we could. Hey, listen. We could cover Dragon Ball Z Abridged weekly on this series for Nakama Club. It's still an anime. It's still Dragon Ball.
I was thinking more along the lines of have people pay for that one. Have a Patreon for it.
Oh. $500
Sounds great to me.
times 1,000.
Hollow, you know what you need to do.
Oh Lord. So I guess we should get into the write-ins, which I am working on graphics for. I was thinking for the write-ins, I'd have like a piece of art, which is Schnoz from Berserk, with a monocle, reading papers. and looking at the viewer like very confused, which is just the normal schnoz look. So there's like no difference. But the idea is that he's confused.
That's just how I look. We're talking about this shit.
So, write-ins. First question, which is a Berserk related one. Would you be like Guts and have sex with a succubus?
Yes.
See, I wish they would specify some things. Am I going into it like knowing they're a succubus, or am I just, if they just look good? I mean, of course, like why not?
Well, I mean, Guts knew he was banging that succubus. Like, knew it was a succubus.
Yeah, that's what makes it difficult. They're like, I actually know how the demon looks, and they're this ugly reptile-looking motherfucker. Maybe not. I don't know. It just depends. It depends on my mood.
If it's a succubus from Konosuba, how they like have this whole chain to where they make your fantasy come true, then I say yes.
Yeah, it depends.
So the kind of succubus that everybody wants, the one with no repercussions.
Yeah, the one from Konosuba. Even though he never technically did get it on with a succubus, he thought he was, but he was actually in the real, in his, like, he was awake and he was doing stuff to darkness the whole time.
That was a great episode.
That was a great episode and so freaking funny.
Was that the last or the second to last episode of season 1?
I think it was the second to last episode. I remember because.
Yo, why haven't we talked about Konosuba? It's coming back soon.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see the third season or movie or whatever it is they're doing.
Oh man. Well, Hollow says he would smash the succubus. So.
That does not surprise me. I believe in Hollow.
Next question is: you are chosen to participate in the anime plot alongside the protagonist and main cast of these three shows. Out of these 3 anime, which one would you get isekai to? A. Dorororo. You put an extra row in there. I'm not sure why. B. Vagabond. C. Blade of the Immortal.
Well, I've never watched Vagabond or Blade of the Immortal, so I'd probably have to just say Dorororo, just because, I don't know, I would like to grow limbs.
Well, no, you'll be alone, the protagonist, so you'll be watching him grow limbs.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well, I'm not going to like it when I get up to the Shark Boy arc.
Dude, okay. You haven't read Blade of the Immortal, and you probably should, because it's that great. But I'm picking Blade of the Immortal because it is basically just historical Japan. It's just a revenge story. That's it. But it's set in historical Japan. I'm going Blade of the Immortal.
I mean, I would probably go with Vagabond. I've only read 100 chapters of Vagabond only. But yeah, I mean, I'm not choosing Doro because there's demons there, and I'm not confident that I'm going to survive. I've never read Blade of the Immortal. I've only watched the garbage 2019 anime. I think it was 2019.
I was so excited for that.
I don't know if that show has demons, but because they have someone that's immortal, that's the protagonist, I don't want to be around him because some people might try to test their blade and like, are you really immortal? I don't want to be near that guy because he seems like a walking target.
No, Manji is he's a good he killed 1,000 people, but listen, he's a good man. He's a good man. He helps a teenage girl get revenge against the murder of her parents. He's very funny. He has a great sense of humor for a man who killed 1,000 people.
Yeah, I just want to live. I'll go with Vagabond. Yeah. At least his friend, like I don't remember his friend's name, but he's, as far as I know, he stayed alive in that series somehow, some way. So I'm sure I could do the same. I just want to live.
Hollow says #revive Vivi and then gets into a fight with Lightning Eagle, who's just saying hi, and then Lightning calls him who graphic? What is going on?
Vivi's literally dead.
I don't say it's buried in the ground and never coming back.
Did Vivi die at the end of Vivi?
Yeah.
Oh, just get the Dragon Balls.
I knew she was gonna do that.
Did she like?
You said it like it was like a circus trick. Like you watch me die. You want me to see it again?
You want me to see it again? Boom! Explode, and then get rebuilt.
Hey.
I mean, technically, she did die twice. So actually, 3 times.
Technically, she's
How the fuck
not
am I calling
alive.
this shit?
She's a robot.
I'm calling this shit, and I haven't even seen it. That's
Oh my
how
God.
predictable this great show is.
Hollow donates $2 and says hashtag revive Vivi.
He needs to put a couple zeros behind that.
Put your money towards something good. It is not a good investment.
Kai Hope says, guess you don't have a sub button. Yeah, I don't really, I'm going to stream to Twitch. So I'm going to start streaming to Twitch here soon. That's the plan, but it is what it is. Oh my god, Dylan Lamb says, if you were, specifically asks me, if you were able to have a Konosuba Succubus stream, what would it be about? And why would it involve Vladilena? Listen,
Asking a real question.
Dylan, I don't like Vladilena in that way, okay? That's all I got. I don't have to defend myself any further.
Poll on if C is lying or not.
Oh my god.
I would like that.
Okay.
Y for lie, N for no.
I can just make a poll.
Or
Oh,
X
yeah.
for doubt.
Or we can do the Wonder Egg. No capu?
No cap.
No cap. Oh my god.
Running in place.
Next question is, what makes Satsuki the nicest guy? Is it because he unblocks people from Discord? or is it that he shouts out his people?
Another question from Light Ruler. But
What did
I'll
you block for?
what did I block him for? What did I block him for that time? I think he was like just DM. Yeah, he was in my DMs and he was annoying me, so I blocked him.
All right.
Yeah.
So I now know when every time I'm watching Bleach not to message you.
Oh no, I wouldn't block you. See. But,
Yeah, but
Light knew he knew he was on thin ice.
Oh my god. So Hollow is revive. Oh my god. Hollow donates another $2. It says hashtag revive Vivi 00000000000000000000000000000. Is that enough? EA is the master of asking for prices on how to revive shows. So.
Oh, you want to know my answer?
No. the treasure of KOA.
Yeah, that's me. I am the one that has my soul. Hollow, can I get my soul back, by the way? I kind of would like that back. I'm kind of going through what Bart Simpson went through when he didn't have his soul, and Millhouse bought it for was it $50? I think it was $50.
I mean, that's understandable for a kid. I'd probably sell my soul for less.
Apparently, the poll here, zero is C lying? Yes, 100%. 0% no. This poll is rigged. You guys are just saying that. I don't actually like Vladilena. Don't check my community tab.
Yeah.
Anyways. A Light Roller says, how much for a shout out?
EA.
How much?
Yeah.
Let's see. Would you do it? Let me start off small. Satsuki, would you do it for 10?
Wait, why do I have to do it? He just said a shout out.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't say from who.
That's right. That's right. In that case, give us $10 and I will shout out. I will shout you out.
There you go.
Lightning says, also proud of you for declaring your love for Sakura. I've always loved Sakura, just not in the way you think, Lightning. I have a figure of Sakura. She's adorable. She's wholesome. She goes senpai. She's just trying her best. She's just trying her best. And that mean, evil Zoken is putting worms inside of her.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Sakura. So she's all yours, see. Don't worry.
I have... Moving on.
You have thick purple.
Next question is, during the time of the Big Three, do you all think it was a dark era for mangaka? I'm gonna be honest, I was a kid when that happened, so for me it was a great era, but for mangaka, I assume maybe they mean overworking, something like that, but I'm not sure of the details of that time period. So
yeah,
I'll be speaking the line.
I'm not really sure what this question, like, I don't see like how it would be a dark era because the Big Three are around. Like, you know, the only thing I can surmise is like the Big Three like overshadowing other series. Like, that's the only thing I could think of, but it's not like other series weren't also prospering outside of the Big Three.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at one point, Nana beat One Piece 1 year in sales, and that's the biggest manga in Japan. So, you know, I don't know if that's what the question is trying to get around, but actually, I think, at least in Weekly Shonen Jump, I feel like for newer mangaka, the dark ages are now, because it seems like manga are being axed at a way higher rate than before. It seems like the industry has no patience to let things develop, and because of that, a lot of mangaka are getting rushed to go into the meat of everything, and it's kind of hurting series. If you notice, with a lot of these manga series, there's like no more long running series past ones that are already existed, like One Piece. A lot of series are like ending under 150 chapters. Like you're not getting One Pieces, you're not getting Naruto's, you're not getting Bleaches anymore. And again, I'm just talking about Weekly Shonen Jump. So yeah, I think the patience has been lowered actually in modern times.
And I don't read.
There you go.
Holographic super chats $10 EA says, give the man his shout out, EA, you friggin' gold digging, bear wearing, shirt removing, and the rest is bleeped out, so I don't know what that word is.
Bastard.
I mean, I don't think I wear bear shirts or bears in general. I do remove my shirt. But all right, this one's for you, Light Ruler. Here's a shout out, especially for you, Light Ruler. Hey, you are shouted out.
All right.
Good job.
That was my shout out.
Thank Hollow for that. Like,
yes, thank Hollow for that. Please be sure to share and subscribe to Hollow, and also share and subscribe to Light Ruler, and you know, kiss each other.
All right, kiss each other.
Okay, all right.
QRW6 says, I think that question means that the Big Three overshadowed other mangaka works, but it is competition. So yeah, I guess as Satsuki surmised, maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like even if that question was getting across that, I mean, like, okay, let me ask you guys this. Like, if you were a mangaka, which would you rather prefer going up against in competition? A Big Three that seems to have like a monopoly, or series that seem to like be spread out and they're all like good? Because that's what's happening now. Like, you have I mean, you still have like a big three almost. Like you have series like My Hero. You still have Demon Slayer like pulling in sales. You have Jujutsu Kaisen. One Piece is still here. So like there's still a big three. It's just that we don't call it that. So like, well, I let me go back to my question. Would you rather go up against a big three or something to where it's more spread out and it seems like the quality is high across the board with multiple series?
I mean, I would just go up against the big three because at that point you can create your own niche under the big three.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, and I definitely think because the big three existed, wow, we have all these different kinds of mangaka. So I guess it speaks for itself.
Changing times. I'm sure it'll be something different 15 years from now. Just like how it was 15 years before. Hollow says, I feel like I just got scammed by Girl Scouts selling their crap tier cookies. All right, I gotta head out. Love you all. Remind EA that I have a soul and you made her cry. Are you sure your name is Saturn? I'm pretty sure it's actually Satan.
I don't know what that was.
I don't either. And also, Hollow, no refunds are allowed. Please take your complaints after the show.
Okay. Let's talk about some Bazaka.
Okay.
Episodes 15 and 16. So not much Sean in these two episodes once again. There's like none in episode 16. Episode 15 just has like Sean like yelling a bunch at like the White Tiger Knight guys. So yeah, you know, at least we were graced by his amazing voice acting skills and abilities, and once again his best role, most well-known role ever. Joke ended.
being extras in Berserk.
Yep. That's the only role people know him for.
Only.
The only one.
One of these days, this is gonna catch up with Sean, and he's gonna block us on Twitter.
Hey, I'm fine with that. I'll just pay him a cameo. Before that, to do like, I'll be like, hey, like I'll go on cameo. I'll be like, hey, Sean, can you say welcome to the King of Anime podcast? Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for the greatest anime podcast on the internet. And he's gonna do it, like for however much money I'm gonna pay him. And when I'm just gonna save it for when he blocks us, and then I'm just gonna play it, like at the beginning of every KOA.
I'm gonna see if he has a cameo right now.
Oh Lord, it is what it is. Anyways, back to it with Berserk, episode 15 and 16. These episodes are actually pretty interesting. They focus primarily on Doldry, the undefeatable fortress, or unpenetrable fortress, I should say. And I didn't realize how quickly in the anime that this fortress is just kind of thrown out there.
I mean, it's they got through that thing pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like, and this is, I keep saying this. I always got to defend Adonis. Adonis Castle stood stronger than this castle that was supposed to be like unbeatable. Like, at least they had to come up with a good strategy to where, like, you know, they had to cross the river and all of that. You know, it made sense to why he was overconfident in that battle. But in this one, all they did was use Griffith as bait, retreat, and then have Costco just swoop in the castle. That's it.
Yeah.
Wasn't anything big brain.
No, it's just. I mean, I think the first fortress they took when they first encountered Suradon, was a little bit more complicated than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it involved, swimming horses.
But I mean, I guess that's fine, because at least we got at the very end of episode 16, we actually got the return. What's the General Zod?
Come on, Nosferatu Zod.
You guys are on different.
Zod. It's Zod.
Oh,
Nosferatu Zod.
I was gonna say,
throws the sword at Guts. He's like, yes, now I can save the people from poverty. And so he slices off that horse's head, and Ganon? What the fuck is his name?
Is Ganon from
General
Link.
Ganon. He had a cool helmet. It's like a rhino.
Yeah. He was short-lived in this series, though.
Yeah, because he's working for someone super incompetent.
Dylan Lamb says, seems like nothing in Berserk is free from being penetrated.
Speaking of penetrated, that one guy that had his way with Griffith.
Yeah.
I did not think his voice matched how he looked.
Not
I'm just going to say that right now. I like everything about the dub. That guy, he looked like Gimli. I expected Gimli to come out of his voice, but he was just like, yeah. The whole time he talked.
Basically, that scene, what they should do is they should take the SpongeBob thing where Griffiths just goes, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? And then he just replies, I love the young people. And then he gets stabbed.
He really does too.
Ew.
That's very fitting.
He loves the young people. And he was like, it was interesting, like that whole exchange. He was talking to him like an ex-lover and just basically like, oh, how I missed you. Didn't you remember our times? And Griffith was like, no, you creep, I fucking used you.
We had passionate sex.
It was so ravaging. You called me by my name. You looked me in the eye that night.
I can't imagine him being that overconfident about himself in the bedroom that he actually thought it was passionate. I can't imagine that guy pulling out any good moves.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So old.
Speaking of pulling out,
there's a lot of grunting and sweating and breaks, I imagine.
Don't want to give the poor man a heart attack.
No, instead he's just got dead.
Yeah, just it's a long con. But I mean, once again, Guts. I want Guts to wingman me. He is a great wingman.
You want him to have you carry you all the way down to Griffith?
Yes.
It's like, I want to meet Griffith. Here, let me carry you. Oh, my hero.
I mean, that's kind of what happened, right?
Right. That's pretty much. He's like, first of all, I love how Costco was the one to finally kill that dick face.
Yeah.
Just for the last secret technique he did, all he fucking did was pull out a crossbow and shoot Costco with a poisoned arrow.
He did that before.
How is that a secret thing brought down from generations? I think anyone could do that.
It was a cheap shot.
Right.
He's the Hercule of Berserk.
Oh my!
He's a Mr. Satan.
That is such a good description of him. He really is. If he was in the Dragon Ball universe, Costco be Majin Buu. He'd be given the little video game thing, and he'd be playing it, and then just blow up in his face. I love this game.
I'll turn you into candy and eat you.
Majin Buu. I'll always say Majin Buu was my favorite version of the Boos. He was legit terrifying.
The fat one,
Yes.
the fat one that thought like a child. My goodness.
Exact. Children are terrifying.
They are. They are.
And
Yeah,
if you
you
get
know
them
this.
mad, yeah, that is true. Especially one that powerful, that is terrifying.
And that big and elastic.
This is bubblegum.
He was a bunch of bubblegum.
But we didn't even talk about the beginning of episode 15 because what we got, we saw the political side a little bit to where everybody's doubting Griffith. They're like, you can't take down the Purple Knights, blah, blah, blah. No one's ever done this for years. Blah, blah, blah. And then they do it. So, yeah.
I mean, oh ye of little faith. This guy has taken down and fought how many people now, and they still doubt him?
Yeah.
I mean, that whole scene basically was like, you can't do this, Griffith. And Griffith is just like, but I can. Let me do it. Okay.
All right. Okay. Just be sure to. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, yeah. Yeah. People just don't have any kind of faith with this man, and
poor Griffith.
Now, didn't they say he was going to become a general now because of this?
Yeah, that's what they speculate. I mean, it's a good guess considering he did something that was, you know.
It's over 100 years. That thing was impenetrable.
Right.
Oh, and speaking of that, they kind of brushed this over because Guts only briefly said it, but he said before they ended up fighting that Griffith burned the ships. And yeah, like they never like really like, I don't know. I felt like they didn't give that the necessary attention because that, like I've heard that technique being used, that concept in I think I remember it in like some Chinese history during the Warring States. It was this general, damn, what was his name? Shang Yu or something like that. I think it was Shang Yu. But he burned his ships and he was faced against, like it was overwhelming the numbers he was against. And you know, the whole burning of the ships, the whole concept is you have nowhere to return. They also do it with the food, like make sure there's no food store. So like, you know, the concept is you fight to win. You have to keep charging forward. There is no retreat, and that's going to make your men fight stronger. And that was the whole concept going with Griffith, that their backs were against the river. They had no ships to return to. Failure was not an option, and that's why they fought stronger. Again, Guts only briefly said something about it, so I feel like it should have been some extra focus on that to like explain why they were able to hang with. I'm pretty sure they're not just called the Purple Knights, but whatever. But yeah, it would explain why they were able to go up against those numbers. Because like the thing I'm referencing with Shang Yu, I think his numbers were actually worse than what Griffith was against in these episodes.
Wow.
Damn.
Actually, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Shang Yu led 30,000 men up against. Oh wait, let me make sure I got this right. Okay, wait. Shit. Okay, no, 20,000 against 300,000.
Wow, those odds are stacked against them.
And he won that battle.
And he won. Really? The 20,000 beat the 300?
Well, you know what the secret is to it? It's they all came charging into battle with leaves.
Oh my god.
the
leaf blowing? Yeah. I thought that was like just relationship stuff. Now that's like
they were battles. Well, it turns out that the 300,000 men were actually 300,000 lonely women. And they were all 30,000 or 24, whatever the fuck number was, really lonely romantic dudes. So it was a match made in heaven.
So they just impregnated all of them.
No, they all got married.
Well, there's
Which
some
is the
people
worst
that-
fate. Marriage jokes.
Fair maidens, we are here to soothe your souls.
Yeah, just imagine 20,000 men doing all that at once. That'd probably make you want to surrender.
I give up.
Surrender your hearts, more like.
Yeah, I guess.
And surrender your chastity to those men. That was the dumbest thing I ever came up with on this podcast.
Is it? I feel like if we had a top 10 reel of all the dumb shit we said, that wouldn't make it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've said some shit that is one of these days that's going to get my ass in trouble.
Lightning Eagle says 300,000 lonely women where?
Oh, they're around Lightning.
Yeah, they're somewhere. Just gotta look for them.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're lonely. They don't know you, Lightning. They gotta find you. And once they do, they'll be lucky to have you.
Well,
Let's
first,
fight in a war.
You gotta break through Dolgery, and then, with a leaf. There was another thing that was said. Fuck. Oh, Zod mentions the at the end of episode 16 that the Great Eclipse is near. What the fuck is the Great Eclipse?
And then they said something about Demon Kings. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited.
I don't know. It just sounds like they're about to set some shit off. Like maybe there's a bigger war. The real question I think is like, considering that Guts has said this is going to be his last battle fighting under the banner of Griffith. What do you think is going to happen to this army? I asked this last time, but because we know or we think that there is like a bigger battle coming with what Zod said, like what could come of Griffith's army? Like, do you think Guts will stay around if there is some big battle?
So here's my hypothesis. So because there's now intention of Demon Kings about to come onto this world and whatever, we've just seen people fighting people. To be honest, we've maybe seen one demon so far. I mean, right now. I mean, in the first episode, we saw that weird Cobra Kai looking dude, and just he had this mark and scar, and I'm pretty sure that's a demonic thing. So I think what's to come is not something that we've seen before in the show yet. And I'm just speculating that, yeah, there's going to be a big fight, and there's going to be probably a call of armies trying to take on probably demons or these weird creatures. But Guts, yeah, I don't know if he's gonna stay or not. And the only reason I say that is because he's fought a demon, and he got his ass whooped. So he's probably that probably would go in his mind where he's just like, I don't need this noise. I think I'm gonna peace out, and he's gonna leave. But that's what I think. But I don't know. Maybe his pride would keep him if he saw Griffith just like getting crushed, and Casca saying it's because of you. But maybe he'll decide to stay for that. But
it's
something tells me he leaves.
That you changed Griffith.
Okay, so how about this question? How do you think the Band of Hawk will react to Guts leaving?
They'd be upset. They've grown accustomed to him. I mean, Guts is not a general, but he's like high in the ranks. He's a high in command. So I think they would be upset. I think they'd be sad, which is kind of funny because people wanted him to leave so bad. Now they're gonna miss him now that he's leaving.
Well, he is keeping most of them alive.
Oh, absolutely. So not only will they be sad, they're gonna be scared, and they're gonna be wondering, shit. Well, Casca, could you save me, or Griffith? Because to be honest, Guts is, he's the strongest one of them all. I mean, you could argue and say Griffith is strong too, but I think if you put him in like a arm wrestling match, I think Guts would win. I just think Griffith is just smarter, and he just kind of has that battle mindset where he could beat you with his mind versus muscle. So I think they would be devastated that he'd be leaving.
Okay.
Interesting. Any other talking points about these 2 episodes?
Adonis is dead.
Why did they kill Adonis?
He's dead.
He was a funny guy. He was a funny guy.
Yeah, it's very sad.
He needed to die a long time ago.
But I mean, I'm okay if it's
a lot of chances.
Casca that kills him, though. I would be sad if, like, he just like died like being sliced in half by Guts. But with the way Casca killed him, it's fine. Slash cross the face.
I was happy to see Costco beat him. I really was. I thought that was a nice kind of harken back to when she was basically about to die, and Adonis is just like, I'll make you my sex slave, and you beg for mercy, blah blah blah. But it kind of turned right back around. She's like, I'm off my period now, and now I'm gonna slice you up.
Oh my God.
She fucked him up. She owned him in a one-on-one battle, and then just good old. What was in that dart? Because it seemed like she was totally fine by the end of it. Because she's like, Adonis was like, "This is poison." No, 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 no. She was like, "I just feel a little numb, but I'm okay." You get a little numb whenever you drink. So I mean
I think that arrow was poisoned with copium.
With copium? What's copium?
That meme where it's like there's hopium and copium. Hopium is like the hope, you're on that hopium, so you're hoping something is good. So copium is coping.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it didn't exactly work.
That was the corporal wit's poison. It just takes 100 years for it to kick in.
Apparently. So if she lives to be 100 and however old she is now, then oh shit, it got me. But by that point, who wants to live to be 120?
Light Roller says, you think you can 1v1 Casca?
Nope.
No. She's
well, yeah.
One of the
just
strongest
not in a
people.
fight.
I was gonna say.
Oh my God,
how would you 1v1 her, Satsuki?
I mean,
would you start playing that?
Talk about that on YouTube?
What are you talking about, Satsuki? You go on horny rants about Elsa and Priscilla. I'm sorry, I mean, Elsa from Frozen and Priscilla the person I know. That's totally not from Resero. You get what I mean, okay?
Yeah. I mean, Casca is a very attractive woman.
She is. I'll give you that. I can't deny it.
I don't see the issue.
So you just gotta divide and conquer her legs in the bedroom.
Oh my God.
She's not exactly my type, but I mean, she definitely has the looks.
Oh my God.
There you go. And then you start playing that one song that they play in Berserk, though.
Yeah, and I got a leaf.
Boom! That's a match made in heaven right there.
You guys are being way too horny.
We didn't talk about the last scene.
Oh, with Danny DeVito.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Isn't that what we called him last time?
Oh yeah, Eggman. Dr.
Eggman. What did I think, Danny? Oh well.
Yeah, but the big reveal is the fact that the queen is actually orchestrating all of this.
It's always the queen. She's never gonna die.
Oh my gosh, the queen looks so incredibly evil.
Yeah.
She looks like the wicked stepmother from Cinderella, except on acid.
Yeah, she has the evil cheekbones.
She really does. She just got that what's her name? Esmeralda from no. What was Earth? I think it was Earth. No, that's the actress's name. Anyway, it's a person from Emperor's New Groove, where she had those devil cheekbones too, and she's just like so evil. Eartha Kitt, that's her name. Anyway.
Yeah. I remember.
Anyway, yeah, I love that movie. Can we do one about Emperor's New Groove next?
Oh my god. Oh my
We're
god.
not even king. Are we the king of anime? Just the king of shit.
Well, isn't that the American anime
Is it?
Disney movies?
I think it's just called cartoons.
To be fair, we watch cartoons.
Yeah, but we're children.
No.
Well, some would categorize us as children.
Maybe.
I mean,
anyway,
Satsuki
the
is...
evil stepsister needs to go.
All right. Well,
Read 2 minus 2.
She's not gonna try to sleep with anyone, is she?
Wait, are we talking about the queen?
The queen.
I mean, I don't know.
I will find a way to poison them.
hey, Dylan. No, the best anime is Cory into House.
How do you think Griffith is going to get poisoned?
I'm assuming some kind of drink, because that's what people like to do: is put some poison in the drinks and have them drink it.
That makes sense.
That seems to be really the only way to go about these things. People love their wine during this time. It's like, kind of like how people in the 50s, all they did was smoke. Give me my smoke. This time, give me my wine. Give me this. So, what better way to poison him than through wine? A toast to you being the general. Yes, a toast to you, and then he drinks it, and then
Oh my god, it's like
that happening.
It's like that Tenacious D song. I spiked yours as well.
No. I love that.
And who would refuse a drink from the queen?
Right, exactly. It's Her Majesty. A toast to you, Griffith, and he'll be like, "Yeah, shit, give me that." He'll be asking for seconds if he didn't think he was gonna die. It's like, "Can I have another wine, boy? Give me." Oh God, give me some more. And then Griffith ends up like good old fucking
Mr. Popo. All these squares make a circle.
No. I don't think he'd be tripping acid. No, I think if he gets poisoned through wine, he's gonna end up like, why does his fucking name escape me? The boy who deserved it in Game of Thrones.
I'm forgetting his name too.
The blonde
Joffrey?
kid. Thank you. God, I hated Joffrey. When he died the way he did, I was like, that was too good for him. That was too good for him. I wish he would have died the worst possible way, but I was like, okay, getting poisoned and dying that way, I'm happy. But even in death, he was a little shit because he pointed, at Tyrion, and I was just like, no, it wasn't.
That plot point made it good, and I think also the fact that he died in front of all those people made it good too.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. I wanted more stuff to happen to him, but I was just like, I was caught by surprise the first time it happened. I remember, because you think he just has a little tickle in his throat, then he's just like, and you're like, is he fucking poisoned? Hell yeah.
and that's why Lady Olenna is probably my favorite female character in that series.
Oh, she was a boss in that show.
Queen of Thorns.
Yep.
Dylan says EA sponsors child death. This has been true for over a year now.
If it's Joffrey, yes. Because he was a piece of shit.
Also, Alien Loli.
He killed...
Hey, she wasn't a child. She was like 300 years old, give or take.
Right, and she was homeless. All the more reason to...
What the fuck?
Oh my god. What? She doesn't have a home, killer.
That's right. She doesn't have any home and her hair's radioactive. Shoot her.
Well, yeah, she was. Okay, that's a viable reason to kill her.
Oh my god. Lightning says, I feel like Satsuki only likes someone when his life is at risk.
Huh.
That is an interesting point.
That's a theory. I
mean,
won't like confirm or deny that.
If that is the case, then Satsuki is like the most extreme version of me or Spike Spiegel. Because I like a woman that can kick my ass, but
Yeah.
I think maybe Satsuki takes it to such an extreme level that, you know.
No, I gotta look at my because then like Fubuki's sort of aggressive.
Well, dude, this is spoilers for One Punch Man season 3 whenever that fucking comes out, if it ever does at this point. But this is my favorite scene in all of One Punch Man. It's like right after season 2 ends. They go into Saitama is like eating in a restaurant, and Fubuki shows up, and they sit down and have this really awkward conversation. And Fubuki's like demanding things from Saitama, and then Saitama's like, "Yeah, I gotta go," and he leaves. And then the person comes by. They're like, "You need to pay for this." Such an asshole. Such an asshole. I love it. And she deserved it too, because it's Fubuki.
I was gonna say she's not very nice to him, so he returns the favor.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's a good theory, though. Very good theory.
Well, we're about an hour into this podcast. We should probably move on from Berserk to Sonny Boy.
Why?
Otherwise known as Mizuho, the Cat Whisperer.
Mizuho's the best.
Listen, this was the best episode because shit happened, okay? Fucking people died.
Yeah, dumb shit.
People died, EA.
With a toy gun!
A toy ray gun, EA.
I wanted to throw up. I saw, what was it? Boob Senpai come out with, she's like, I want you to shoot people. And this is the thing. Oh, okay. So the person who is fighting this other person is himself, all because he has one less strand of hair. Why? Why is this a thing? Why does this exist? And then they shoot each other. Well, he shoots, I guess, the copy of him? I don't know. Right through the chest with the toy guns you get from the dollar store that do that sound. And then he turns it on him because he's like, well, I did all I needed to do, so to himself. And I'm just like, really?
You don't understand the show. You're just not smart enough, EA.
I know, apparently not.
I just like how they all take it with the utmost seriousness. Like at no point do they question like this is a fucking toy gun. Like they're like, as soon as they get them, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, and they do it in a old Western style where they do the 10 paces, turn and fire. I'm like, really?
I love it. I love my one of my favorite parts in this episode is just the cats. The cats were the stars of this episode, but it's when Asakaze, he's the dick. He's the one that was just playing the games, and I guess he's moody because Nozomi doesn't like him. His waifu doesn't like him. But yeah, he was like throwing a temper tantrum, pouting and whatnot. And then he goes over to the cats, and then he tries to call them to him. He's like, come here, come here. And then the cats just stare at him like, we don't fuck with you. That was the funniest part of the episode.
That's a realistic response.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are cats, but it's just like their faces. Oh my goodness! Like they were looking like, bro, please just go away. You know we're not going over to you.
Dylan Lamb says, "Yo, what's with that cat picture?" I think that's in reference to Mizuho's phone background, which is the cat with a runny nose.
She's giving him a rectal exam.
What? What?
The picture right there. She's giving him a rectal exam. I think that's the cat picture he was talking about.
Yeah, you're hurting me right now.
Well, not as much as that cat's being hurt.
That cat's in no danger. Oh, that was interesting. The fact that we got like more clarification on her powers. It's not exactly as clear cut as we said. I believe they call her power like Amazon or something like Nyan, some shit like that.
Yeah. Nyamazon. That's what it was.
Nyamazon, yeah. Like we thought it was just like, okay, yeah, cats just, you know, we didn't even know like they had orders before, but it's just like, okay, yeah, the cats just they get shit like Amazon. You know,
how do they
made
do
sense. But no, it's not like that. Apparently, they clone things from the real world and bring it back. That is freaky.
So hold on. The cats go and clone shit from the real world, and then they bring it back.
Yeah.
Why don't they just stay in the real world?
I mean,
that's where they're trying to go, right?
I don't know exactly how it works, but I mean, the whole thing in the episode was Mizuho thought the cats could not bring any living organisms back, but it seems like the cats can do that. And because you know they talked about how Raj was figuring things out, but he kind of like left it alone. It seems like there's a bigger reason as to why. Well, no, they did say it. They said that the reason why they didn't tell Mizuho that they can bring back living organisms is because that will lead people into figuring out that she was one of the causes for them drifting. So they didn't want that, like just to protect her. But yeah, her powers work in a different way than what we thought, which I thought was cool.
Okay.
Mizuho as a kid ate cat food because she got angry at a temper
On
tantrum.
all fours.
Yeah, turned into a cat. No wonder you're into her, Satsuki.
Wait, what? I don't have a cat fetish. What the fuck?
Are you sure?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Listen, I know a lot right now about cat fetishes and shit, so you definitely got one.
Well, I guess what they say, Sasuke, it takes one to know one.
Yeah, no, because I don't want to be identified as one. Like, no, I don't have a cat fetish.
It's
like,
fine.
No.
It's fine. You love Nekos.
I was gonna say first you claim he loves lollies, now cats.
I mean, Nekos are fine. There's nothing wrong with liking Nekos.
I mean, if we go down the line, like Steins Gate, like Ferris is like,
yeah,
she's probably like my, because I like Kurisu better than her, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I like Suzuha better than her.
Yep.
So no, I can't say that. Cat girls just they don't really do it for me.
Lightning says Ben has a cat fetish. I mean, I wouldn't say I have a cat fetish, but I'm not opposed to the idea of cat girls.
There you go. You heard it here first.
It's not. This is the most tame fetish.
Yeah, I bet you want to be taming them like cats.
Wow. Wow.
Makes sense.
Oh my god.
I do.
Come here, little kitty.
Lord. Something. What else happened in the show? I think I stopped writing notes like halfway through. Oh, at the very end here, I wrote down Blorg. Why did I write that down? Oh,
What?
oh, sumo wrestling. Sumo wrestling. That's why I wrote it down. There was sumo wrestling in this episode.
Yeah, and then they switched it over to just walking 10 paces and shooting. Yeah, freaking, yeah, that's right. They did. They knocked one person down because of his hair. His hair touched the floor, and then all of a sudden, he was the victor, or somebody was. I don't know. The whole thing was ridiculous.
Did they start to put a plan together to try and pluck one of the dude's hairs, the dude with the more hair?
Yeah.
No,
It didn't happen.
I just know that they both counted each strand of hair on their head.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Like more than once. That's the part that blows my mind. I'm like, really? You counted each strand more than once?
Not just once, EA. It was a million times.
It's
Over a million
important.
times. Dude, I am lost for words with this show. But at the same time, this is the best episode of the show so far. It had the most shit. It was, I don't want to say entertaining, but relatively speaking to all the other shows, it is the most entertaining episode.
No, I like this episode.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun episode.
The issue with Sonny Boy, and I feel like I say it every single week, is just that we're always thrust into these episodes that feel like they have no continuity with the previous episodes. Like this feels so disjointed from the previous episode. Like the only thing that seems to have some linear plot is Nagara's progression as a person, showing more human emotions. Other than that, it doesn't seem like it feels episodic in a way to where we're going to different worlds. Like we were literally in this world, like with no setup or anything. We were just here.
Right.
We were here with a whole different, like, Azakaze wasn't even with us before. Now we're with him. Now we're with Big Boob's teacher lady. You know, and we were with some other girl. I don't even know who the fuck she was. She was probably important, but I don't know.
That sentence right there sums up Sonny Boy in a nutshell. That was probably important, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So what are we giving episode 9 of Sonny Boy?
I'm still killing this. I want to end it.
What other show was EA like this? I feel no. C was like this with Sports Climbing Girls.
Yeah.
That was a fun show.
Good times. Now it's my turn. And I was also like this with Tashi Shimamura.
Yeah.
Kuda Sue.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'll agree with you. She was not a good character.
She was so bad. Would sing and say that every fucking Kuda Sue. I'd be like,
I mean, I like this episode. I'll be honest. I'm passing it.
I like this episode quite a bit. I'm passing it.
Oh my god. This show is going to survive to the end.
It really is. It really is. And I'm gonna 10 of 12 episodes are left now. So there's 3 left. Might as well just finish it and then go online, go onto Twitter and to say, see, I told you it was nothing. This was bullshit and you know it. And then everybody's gonna come back at me and say, you just don't get it. It's so amazing. Yeah? I
just want to know I need to know what the ending for this show is.
Oh my god, you're gonna be disappointed.
I know. I know. The chances are I will be disappointed and just as confused.
This
But-
I'm telling you right now, this ending is going to end with a non-ending. It's going to be, I woke up from a dream. Everything was a dream, or something even more ridiculous, which is,
dude,
everything was created by a child, and the child's playing with toys, and they're all the toys. Is the people.
dude,
It was
what
all a
if?
dream.
What if the last episodes is just like
Salt and pepper.
like just some freaking awesome, just these awesome episodes with awesome resolution, with linear storytelling, and
That's not happening. What the hell? Are we watching the same show?
what if? What if? I'm just saying, what if?
No.
It's not going to happen.
No. I
be
agree with
disappointed.
EA. I consider, like, I was hoping for that the first 3 episodes, but considering what's been going on, it's a routine for the show to just confuse you every episode and to have like unresolved things in it. So I think the best we can hope for is something being resolved within an episode. But as far as the overall story, I don't think I'll be satisfied with the ending. But I still am interested to see how it ends. Like, I feel like it's going to be one of those things to where it's either going to be very lukewarm or it's going to be a complete disaster.
It's going to be a fever dream of somebody. I'm telling you, it's going to be somebody like
Satsuki's fever dream. This is going to be promised Goofy Land.
Well, that already happens allegedly. But what I mean is, like, this is just going to be somebody dying on their deathbed, and they're going to be like, I just remembered everyone from my childhood, and everyone in school was there, and that's what it's going to be.
Mizuho legit turns into a cat because she's legit a cat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's talking like that's a cat. That's her, and then
It's short hair. Yeah, short Nagara and short hair girl. What the fuck's her name?
Nozomi.
Nozomi.
Oh,
yeah. That's Mizuho is their pet. Satsuki cries many tears.
we missed a cute Mizuho moment when she Azakaze got on the bus and then she waved bye-bye to everybody with the cat paw. That was cute.
Yeah.
and she bye.
It's great. It's great. Just like that
Well,
time I dropped a gallon of LSD from a milk jug.
Wasn't cute.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. Well, Dylan says, I feel like Sonny Boy is too focused on being artsy instead of focusing on, like, the plot. And says,
Thank
the
you.
ending is, and they're back home now.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of these
I think-
characters, like, I will say this real quick. One of the, at least, like, there's gotta be, you know, give me a romance or something where it's like one of these characters, like, something to, like, something at the end of this to say, okay, we went through all of this and something happened.
You know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, like, Mizuho's the most interesting character. It's not because she's well developed or anything like that. Or we're interested in her story or she has plot progression. It's literally because she just has cute moments and actual emotion in the series where it seems like characters are devoid of emotion. So, like, that's why I latch on to her for the show, because I'm not getting any warmth anywhere else. But, you know, I feel like we've been linked the Reddit theories and seeing people explain the show away. This show is one show where I feel like we'll complain about things like being too on the nose. This show feels like it's too abstract. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we should, like, watch an episode and have to turn to Reddit for us to be explained to what's going on. And, you know, like, there's some actually, like, well thought out things on it. So I'm not going to say Sonny Boy is bad because of that. If you're really interested in thinking about this hard and, like, looking deep into every single aspect of the series, I'm sure you'll have fun with it. But just for me personally, going that deep into everything is too crazy, because some of the things that are being explained in the show are like historical Japanese things, and that's in like every show, but I'm talking like this shit is way too deep. Like I'm about to fucking drown watching Sonny Boy. Like keep it surface level a little bit.
Well, people voted 60% pass, 40% kill. People have
Good for
spoken.
them.
Let's talk about Odd Taxi episodes 3 and 4.
God, thank you. This is a show that's worth talking about.
Yo, this dude, episode 4, holy shit. That was an awesome episode. This focuses on, I guess, this Taniki guy, from childhood until current timeline of the show, and he's just this guy, I guess, who just didn't get enough love from his parents, and projected a lot onto this kid who seemingly, had a lot of things because his parents went away on trips. He would get all these cool like erasers, which kind of explains one of the plot threads of the very first episode, which is really cool. And goes on to like get abused by his father, which is really sad, and grows up as this generic office worker guy. And he's like really into like gacha games and stuff, and gets addicted to this one gacha game. And
Zuden.
Yeah. And because of what Otokawa did in episode 3 or 4?
Yeah, it was 3.
His phone breaks, and he got the super rare dodo bird or whatever, but it fell into water when he got all of his data recovered. The super rare dodo bird didn't save, so it sent him into a complete mental breakdown. This bird also died on the same day of him losing the bird in the game. And he goes to the park to bury the bird, and he digs up to find the gun that was buried in the park from the previous episode. And now you have somebody who has had a mental breakdown, is trying to find Otokawa and kill him. What the fuck? This show's fucking awesome.
It is such a well-written show.
Yeah, this episode covered the theme. Well, specifically talk about episode 4, covered the theme of luck, and it was just so perfectly conveyed in Tanaka's character, because his whole thing is he's just so fucking unlucky with everything. So it first starts with the bidding, to which he was losing at first, and eventually he wins, but that's by betting an enormous amount of money, to which his father finds out about, and beats his ass because of that. And
You know
then
how much money he spent? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
he spent 1,000.
It was 100,000, and wait. No.
Yeah,
I did that wrong.
100,000. I think it was 100,000 yen.
Yeah, and it translated over to roughly, because I looked it up, $909.98.
Yeah, about $1,000, and
It's like, oh my god.
yeah, beating your kid is still not good. Like, I want to clarify that, but like, Jesus Christ, I don't know how I would react to something like that as a parent, because you got to think, considering we saw a little bit of his upbringing, I'm pretty sure his family isn't some well-off family. A lot of families live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, that's normal, and $1,000 is a lot to lose for something like an eraser. So like that whole situation was unfortunate. It's not like he meant for that to happen. That in itself was an unlucky circumstance, because the reason why it happened like that is because his brother was coming in, and he felt pressured, and he rushed, and then he just made a split decision to add that extra zero, and that's why it happened like that. And then another unlucky circumstance is the fad of their racers dying out as soon as he won the bidding.
And he didn't even get it.
Yeah, another thing, he never got it. And then you go to his adulthood, he plays this gotcha game. And anybody who's played gotcha games, I haven't played them much myself. I played some, but I haven't played it that much to be addicted to them. If you play gotcha games, anything, you know how deadly that role is when you're trying to get a specific character, specific item, whatever. That gotcha is hell. It is designed to just finesse you out of your money. So he spent, I think he said like 5 years or something, just trying to get that dodo bird, and he finally gets it, and then another unfortunate accident occurs to where Otokawa flies around in a taxi, he drops his phone, loses his data, loses the dodo bird. Then his fucking bird dies. Then he finds a fucking gun. It's just like the theme of luck in that episode was so good. It was so good.
And to be fair, Tanaka was like in the middle of the road when he finally won the dodo bird. Albeit, yeah, he shouldn't have been there, but Otokawa was rushing because of what happened in the previous episode, because he just got a gun pulled on him by Dobu, and he's just like, oh shit, now I need to get over and make sure that Shirakawa's okay.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even thinking at that point. But who stands in the middle of the road too?
Man.
But that I felt for this guy. I really did.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
could not catch a break.
Yeah. And sadly, just sent him into a very bad mental state. And to be fair, you know, probably should have worked on that a little bit throughout his adult life as well, because you don't just leave those things, just those loose ends, you know? You do age. You do get older. I do think it's interesting how he re-encounters Ditch 2 or whatever. Ditch the second.
Oh, yeah. Ditch 1-1 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. This episode was just really great. Though we kind of went out of order here. We should just start with episode 3, but episode 4 is just so damn good. But episode 3 has what is capoeira? Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, okay. You're talking about the Brazilian
yeah, the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Yeah, or Shirakawa.
I love her.
She's great. She just did the move.
So goofy.
I just like the funny part is when she did it twice because they were like bickering. And then, I forgot exactly what they were bickering about. But like she just stopped mid conversation to started doing that shit.
He was trying to tell her to like not be around him because he's got some bad man following her. And
yeah, Yakuza type people.
Right, and she was like taking it to heart, saying, "Oh, you don't think I could defend myself?" Blah 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 blah. And then I think she started doing it again, and he was just like, "No more, no more."
Man, I loved it, dude. I love they continue to bicker on because Otokawa is like I forget what word he used, but he's like that is like, that's not gonna help against these guys. Like this is like some fake shit you're doing right here. This is just something you do for exercise. She's like, no, not at all. And they just start to go on this like this bickering and argument, but like
makeshift. That's what it was.
Yeah, makeshift.
I was trying to think of it.
Yeah. They go on this argument and they're just bickering, but it's not an argument. Like they're totally just calm, but they're having this argument, and it's just the delivery on that scene was so funny. I could not stop laughing. Man, it was so great.
Yeah, episode 3. So what also happened, what was also the focus in this episode was Kakihana, I believe his name is, the pathetic monkey. And
yes.
man, I've got into not an argument but a disagreement with someone who's also watching the show. It's funny. We were arguing about who we hated the most in this show. My vote for the most hated is the social media guy. Who's very vain about things like likes and things like that. And when I say dislike, it doesn't mean I don't see merit in their characters. I actually like their character arcs and the plot lines they follow. It's just that I feel like less connected to the social media guy because I don't really feel like that would ever connect to me in any sort of way, shape, form, fashion. But with Kakihana, he is so fucking pathetic.
He really is.
Oh my god! And it's not like I'm not a 42-year-old monkey, but if I were, I could probably see myself going down a crazy path like he is. If I'm assuming he's never been in a real relationship, and now he's just like latching on. He's lying about his income, latching onto this 18-year-old girl, which is already bad in itself. And it doesn't look good for him. It just doesn't.
It seems like he used to be something when he was younger, because Otokawa was saying, you used to be on the baseball team, and you used to do the... I guess what he's referring to is that he used to be, like kind of like in shape, be active, and probably do more, and maybe he used to be a little bit of a looker back in the day, but then, good old monkey boy. He was a monkey man, I should say. he was talking about just how people just can't get by with their looks anymore. And he's obviously older and, probably, like you said, just real pathetic, wants to get back in the dating scene. But I don't think lying about how much you make is a way to get somebody to, to be with you, because you do meet these person in real life, they're eventually going to know you're not rich. Even if you were rich, you know what they're after. They don't like you because you're an absolutely wonderful conversationalist. You know what I mean? They want you to go places with them. Let's go to the Belize. Let's go here. Well, Maldives, not Belize. Yeah, let's go to the Maldives. Let's go. Yeah, it's okay. Anything, and then they do what they got to do. They do the do to get that money.
She's, I will reiterate, she's 18.
I know.
It's not a good look for a 42-year-old man. You have nothing in common with her. Like, the only thing you guys have in common is that both of you guys see the merit in money. So we understand where this is going. Like, I don't like hats. This isn't new. Like, we understand where this is going.
I mean, he didn't even have to put the money in there at all. All he had to do is just bring out the leaf.
Oh my
god. They're animals, so maybe they could just do other animalistic things.
Oh, you could do the whole, like, beating his chest or...
Right,
no, that's a gorilla. They gotta have some mating call, something.
I don't know, like, isn't it like the redder their ass is, like, the bit more attractive they are or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
Light Roller says he can change that 18-year-old.
Banned.
And you guys wonder why I don't shout this guy out.
Good point.
But yeah, I feel real bad for Kakihana. It's like, I don't agree with the things he's doing. I mean, he's lying. He's pursuing a relationship with a girl who's much, much younger. I don't agree with it, but I understand, like, how he got to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just so desperate. He's 42 years old. Like you got to feel like at that age, I can only imagine that you feel like the window is closing for yourself to be in a relationship. So
I'm 8 years removed from that.
you'll be fine though, EA.
I'll be fine. I'm sure.
Yeah, you're not like a 4'2" monkey.
Thank you.
So yeah, you'll be fine. But yeah, you can only imagine like at that age, and I'm pretty sure like he doesn't really have confidence or anything like that. So it's not just like the age; it's just how he's built. He doesn't really have high confidence. I don't know if other people find him attractive. Probably not. But yeah, he just doesn't have the tools to find that special someone, and I don't think this 18-year-old is going to be that person for him. I'm sorry.
I mean, if it is, good luck. It's an 18-year-old.
I think he's also a little jealous too because Otokawa didn't even try, and he got somebody younger to be interested in him. I mean, I definitely think that can aspire to that as well. It's like, shit, he got one. Now it's time for me to get somebody.
But the thing is with Shirakawa, she's 28. She's an adult. Like,
Yeah.
she can make up her own decisions and stuff. Whereas somebody who's 18, I mean, she's just a kid.
Right, fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just overall, Otokawa has a better vibe to him. It's just, he's like naturally funny. He's just himself around whoever he's around anybody. It doesn't matter. He's always himself. He stays consistent. Did it happen in this episode where he got pulled over by the cop?
Yeah, it was episode 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like see, like moments like that, like even in dire situations where he's getting pulled over by a cop, he's being held at gunpoint, he's still Otokawa. Like he's doing things like he's sending out the SOS message via the taxi button. He's telling off the cop for being corrupt. He's like, "Don't you see this guy has a gun pointed at my head?" Like he knows the cop is corrupt. The cop knows he's corrupt, but he's still going to try. Like Otokawa is always going to be Otokawa, and I think that benefits him. It's not like he's like some type of player or anything like that. He doesn't present himself as that. But like I said, people gravitate towards his personality. Very sturdy person. That's calming to I imagine that's calming to people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the first part of episode 3 where Monkey Man thought that he was being talked to the whole time, and it was the other guy talking on the phone, because who hasn't been in a situation like that? Maybe not so much on the phone, but where you think somebody's trying to get your attention and you just respond to them and it's like someone behind you and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's very awkward. They played it like that whole scene was just so funny because the responses he were getting was like you could understand why he would think that the guy was talking to him.
Right.
And I like how they played it twice. Like it was so good. It was that scene was really good.
Yeah, that was cool. They did play it twice. It was like in the background the second time. Where Monkey Man was talking, but you had the tapir just like talking to Dobu regularly, and he pays no mind, but he's just in the background just making faces.
Yeah, that was pretty brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of, we find out that he's been framed, and so he's, I guess, out on a crusade to prove his innocence.
Yeah, the person who you think is the villain might not be the villain.
Yeah. We also know that there's another person working to get that video recording. And also, considering that the cop got the video recording, the girl that went missing apparent. They're still shaky on because Dobu still said that he thinks Otokawa had some involvement in it, but at the very least the videotape doesn't show that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they seized that and they didn't see anything to indicate anything like that. So, yeah.
Did they take his camera twice? Because I know they did it in the episode prior, but in episode 3 when Dobu was there, I feel like after he got dropped off, his camera was busted again.
They took the SD card the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They just took the memory. And the second time, I think he broke it just straight up.
What a dick. Holds a gun on him and then, breaks his camera on top of it. It's like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll see you next time, buddy. Because he said I'll be in touch.
And he threatens Shirakawa.
Yeah, that's someone that not a nice guy.
Any final thoughts on Odd Taxi episode 3 and 4?
I love this show.
Yeah, this show's fucking awesome. That's my final thoughts. I just want to keep watching more.
I don't remember his name. He's the partner for the radio host duo. We saw him in this episode doing another gig. So keep an eye out on that. That's all I'll say. Keep an eye out on that.
Well, EA, where can they find you?
You can find me over at everythinglinyaddlehelm.com.
I understood that.
You can find me over there. Still have a couple of videos working on. I have a current one that I'm currently working on, and I think you will enjoy it when I'm done. And I'm gonna have another video that I've had in the back of my mind for a while. It's a very short one, but I think it's gonna be a side splitter. Twitch is pretty much hasn't been touched in months, but if you still want to follow me there, please do at everything_animated. And finally, I have a channel with my girlfriend called All Elite Couple where we discuss wrestling and we do reaction trailers to not just wrestling, but just anything and everything in particular. Whatever we want, really. So follow me on those platforms, and we will see you then.
Satsuki, tell them about your shit.
I am Satsuki the Savage. Have a second channel for my live reactions, Satsuki the Reactor, where I post JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5 is pending, as well as Fruits Basket on my main channel. I just post whatever whenever I feel like it. But mostly Watamote, Citrus. Did something not a while back, but 2 weeks back. Fruits Basket Week. I have some things planned. They're going to be big projects though, so they're all going to take a long time. So you won't see those probably. I'm going to keep it real. It's probably going to take a month from now before you guys see those videos. But yeah, big things planned. Some are anime related, some are not, but they should be fun. So yeah, that's about it.
As for me, I got a lot going on this week. Obviously today you saw my Fate Stay Night character tier list. That was pretty cool. Tuesday, tomorrow morning, I got a Finna the Pirate Princess First Impressions video, which is a pretty good anime, especially if you're a fan of Yona of the Dawn. Definitely check it out. It's airing this season. It's also a Crunchyroll original that, surprise, surprise, is actually good. Who knew? Who knew that those could exist? Wednesday is a video on the Tsukihime manga, which is something I'm excited to put out there. Thursday is a Demon Slayer Mugen Train video. I've never done a solo video for that, so I decided might as well do one of those. And then Friday is another Demon Slayer video talking about why I'm so excited for season 2. So tons of stuff coming out this week. It's you know, it's fun. It's fun. Oh, I got a comment here at the end. Not sure how to pronounce your name. I apologize. It says, "Hi, SeaTactics. Just wanted to say that you were the reason why I watched Fruits Basket now that it's ended. I feel empty inside. I apologize."
Get used to it.
They did it to me too, so don't feel bad.
I can't. Well, is it because are you empty inside because of Fruits Basket ending, or because I did something? You know what? We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna wait for that answer.
It's probably the former.
Gonna wait for that answer. Oh Lord. Thanks everybody for watching this week's KOA. We'll see you all next week. We're slowly winding down on the summer season, and
thank God.
We're so very
close.
close.
Cannot wait for the fall.
Fuck this season.
Yeah, I agree. Fall, we're gonna have well, I guess we can say is confirmed is Mushoku Tensei and 86 shows that we'll be covering.
Favorite.
No comment. Oh, they reply back because the show ended. Okay. Okay. Whew. Whew. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye-bye.
I know.